Okay, and the first thing I'll teach you about is how to harvest it. It's really pretty easy. Just go ahead and down towards the bottom. Just cut it off. Okay, now once you have the cane cut, you're going to have different sections that are good for different things. The ends here that have the roots, you can use these to plant. And actually, every place where there's a node on here is a plantable piece. You'll see there'll be little, like, almost bud pieces that stick out on either side of the cane. That's where the new plant will come out of, and these roots will grow all around that. The spot towards the middle here is the good part for eating, and then you can actually take the top part and you can plant it. Okay, now that I've got the piece, I'll just show you how to cut this up. You can see this piece has got kind of a crack, it got dried out, but you can feel the bud, it still feels hard, so it'll probably still grow. I'll just go ahead and chop it there. This will produce 2 plants. Oh, now that bud looks like it's dead, but you don't have to remove it, you can just plant this whole piece. Another one. And each one of these pieces that I'm cutting will be a new plant. And you can see these pieces kind of have a worn texture to them. Alright, I think I'll make one more. Okay. Now the top part has these sheets on it. You can kind of peel those away. You have to be a little bit careful. There are little almost spikes that are up in the top part of the cane that can kind of get in your, almost like little tiny hair-like cactus spikes that can get in your finger. Chop it right about there. Now this piece can be planted just like that. I usually take the top, just cut all those leaves off of it. You just go ahead and plant that straight in the ground, bury it maybe up to about where my finger is, and that'll produce a new plant. This part doesn't really have much flavor where it's clear, so I usually just chop that here and use that to plant. This will all grow. You can see the buds there. And then these pieces are excellent for eating. Okay, this is more of a close-up of what the lower section of the cane looks like. You can see those roots, and you can see this bud right in here. That's the part that actually sprouts. Some people like to plant it about like this, straight up. Some people lie it down. It does not matter as long as you keep it wet. That's the most important thing to remember, is to keep it watered. If it dries out, that's when it won't grow. Otherwise, it'll just about grow no matter what you do to it. Okay, now to plant these, it's really very easy. You don't need any fertilizer, you don't need any potting soil. In fact, I've heard from people that if you use fertilizer, it actually makes the sugar cane kind of not taste as good. So I've never used any fertilizer, any pesticides. You take these, the cuttings that we cut before, I'll throw a couple in there. Just cover it up. Now you can see this one's right by a sprinkler head, so that's going to get plenty of water. I'll just cover it up. In about 3 weeks, a month or so, you'll see sugarcane sprouts sprouting up. You usually have about 3 or 4 to start, and then a couple more as the season goes on. It takes about a little less than a year for it to mature to the point where you can harvest it.